If you're a woman in midlife, you've probably heard this advice lately. Eat more protein. But how much do you actually need? And is it possible to eat too much? Because in midlife, protein matters, but balance matters even more. Today, we're talking about how to get the protein that your body needs without throwing the rest of your nutrition out of balance. Welcome to the Bloom and Beyond podcast. Before I begin, I want to let you know that the information shared in this episode is for educational and informational purposes only, and it's not intended as medical advice. It's not a substitute for professional medical diagnosis, treatment, or guidance. As always, consult with your physician or qualified healthcare provider before you make any changes to your diet, exercise, or health routine, especially if you have a medical condition or are taking medication. I have wellness and nutrition certifications, and my goal is to empower you with information that you can discuss with your healthcare provider. So, protein becomes incredibly important as we move through our 40s, 50s, and beyond. But what we don't talk about enough is more protein isn't always better. And protein alone isn't the full picture. Today we're talking about how to balance protein in midlife, why your body needs more of it, how much is actually helpful, and how to make sure that you're not crowding out the other nutrients that your body depends on for energy, hormones, digestion, and overall health. Let's talk about protein the balanced way. So why does protein matter more in midlife? As we age, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle. This process is called sarcopenia, and it starts as early as our 30s, but it accelerates after menopause. Estrogen plays a role in maintaining muscle mass, and when estrogen declines, muscle becomes easier to lose and harder to rebuild. Now, why does this matter? Because muscle is your metabolism. Muscle supports blood sugar balance. Muscle protects your bones and joints. Muscle helps you stay strong, independent, and energized. Protein is what your body uses to maintain and rebuild that muscle. But protein isn't just about muscle. In midlife, protein also helps stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, support hormone production, maintain healthy hair, skin, and nails, keep you fuller longer, and support immune function. If you've ever felt like your energy crashes easily, or you're hungry again an hour after eating, low protein might be part of the reason. Now, how much protein do women in midlife need? Most women in midlife need more than the minimum daily requirement. A helpful general range is 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. That's roughly 80 to 100 grams per day for many women. That depends on body size and activity level too. The key isn't eating a huge amount at dinner. The goal is spreading protein throughout the day. So for example, breakfast, 20 to 25 grams. Lunch, 25 to 30 grams. Dinner, 25 to 30 grams. And an optional snack, 10 to 20 grams. This helps your body use protein efficiently for muscle repair and blood sugar stability. The midlife mistake is going all in on protein. And this is where balance comes in. Because once women hear eat more protein, many go all in. Protein shakes for breakfast, chicken and eggs all day, low carb everything. Cutting out grains, fruit, and even healthy carbohydrates in the process. And this is where the problems can start. Because your body doesn't run on protein alone. When protein crowds out other nutrients, you may experience low energy, constipation, hormone imbalances, poor digestion, increased stress hormones, thyroid slowdown, and blood sugar swings. Your body in midlife needs balance, not extremes. Carbohydrates still matter. Carbohydrates have gotten a bad reputation, but for women in midlife, they're actually really important. Healthy carbohydrates support thyroid function, hormone balance, cortisol regulation, brain function and mood, sleep quality, and gut health. When carbs are too low, the body perceives stress and cortisol can rise, which may lead to belly fat, fatigue, and poor sleep. The key is choosing quality carbohydrates, such as vegetables, fruit, beans and lentils, oats, quinoa, brown rice, and sweet potatoes. Protein works best with healthy carbohydrates, not instead of them. Now, we don't want to forget about fiber either. Another risk of high protein, low carb eating is low fiber. Fiber is critical for your gut health, estrogen metabolism, cholesterol balance, blood sugar control, and feeling full and satisfied. So women in midlife should aim for about 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. And most fiber comes from plant foods, vegetables, fruit, whole grains, beans, nuts, seeds. If your diet's mostly protein and very little plant food, then your gut and your hormones may struggle. Healthy fats also play a role too. Protein often gets the spotlight, but healthy fats are just as important. Healthy fats support hormone production, brain health, joint health, skin and hair, and absorption of vitamins A, D, E, and K. Include sources like avocado, olive oil, nuts and seeds, and fatty fish like salmon. Again, balance is crucial. Now let's talk about what balanced protein looks like in real life. So instead of building your meal around protein, think protein plus fiber plus healthy carbs plus healthy fat. So for example, breakfast: Greek yogurt, berries, chia seeds, and a handful of granola. Watch the sugar though. Lunch: salmon salad with mixed greens, quinoa, olive oil, and vegetables. Dinner: chicken, roasted sweet potatoes, and a big portion of roasted or steamed vegetables. And if you desire a snack, apple with peanut butter or a protein smoothie with spinach and fruit. This kind of balance will support muscle, energy, digestion, hormones, and long-term health. These are signs that your protein intake may be too low. You feel hungry shortly after meals. You're losing strength. You have low energy. You crave sugar or carbs constantly. Your hair is thinning or your nails are brittle. And signs your diet may be too protein heavy are constipation, low energy or fatigue, poor sleep, feeling wired or stressed, little fruit, grains, or plant foods in your diet. So we need a midlife nutrition mindset. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from today, it's this. Midlife nutrition isn't about extremes. It's about balance and consistency. You do not need a high protein diet. You need a balanced diet with adequate protein. The goal isn't to chase numbers or follow the latest trend. The goal is to support your body so you feel strong, steady, energized, clear-headed, and well-nourished. So here are some simple protein tips for midlife. First, add protein to your breakfast. Don't wait until dinner. 2, aim for 20 to 30 grams per meal. 3, include plant foods at every meal. 4, do not eliminate healthy carbohydrates. 5, pair protein with fiber and healthy fats. And 6, focus on real food first, supplement second. So in closing, your body in midlife is changing. And when you give it the right balance of protein, fiber, healthy fats, and whole food carbohydrates, it responds. You'll have more energy, better blood sugar, stronger muscles, and better mood and focus. Not because you restricted more, but because you nourished more. So at Bloom and Beyond, this is our focus. supporting your body with what it truly needs so you can feel strong, confident, and well in this stage of life. If this episode was helpful, please be sure to follow the podcast and share it with a friend who's trying to figure out what healthy really looks like in midlife. And please like this episode and start following us to learn more about living healthy in midlife. And remember, you don't need perfection, you just need balance. I'll see you next time on Bloom and Beyond.